gotta find somebody to talk to. The one person that I worked with was an old black guy who actually was a member of the Black Panthers back in the 60s. He was known as the rifleman. He knew. That was it. Nobody would touch it. Nobody would eat it. Nobody even knew who John was. They didn't even know who John was. Like,
Hey, you don't hear too much of the Black Panthers anymore.
He was the only one that knew.
Years ago.
And that's when I
Remember
started
the
dating.
Hells Angels?
That's when I started dating.
Remember the Hells
Oh,
Angels?
yeah.
The motorcycle club?
They used to have they had a very nice 4th of July fireworks display on the East Village of Manhattan.
Yeah.
It rivaled, the one in East River.
I haven't watched them. They haven't been watched. They haven't been watched.
He don't care.
All right. Well, still waiting. There, I got my St. Patty's.
Sasquatch, very nice.
Yes. I don't know why I got on that kick. All right, see you later.
Bye.
I did do it. Okay.
Katie always likes to get the entering and coming out of executive session, so I just let it roll. And mostly, Carolyn's mother got in my face and started giving me shit about it. So I keep the camera right on her. Because most of it I just put it on the clock.
I tell you, everybody's going crazy nowadays. Crazy.
Didn't think much, did it?
Yeah, it's,
Didn't take much. Yeah, the virus is really small. After reading Hot Zone by Richard Preston and a few other things, I got different, none of this surprises me. Of course, one of the best books is 1 Second After, William Forstner. That's what happens if the electricity goes out. All electronics are gone. They figure like 15% of the population might survive the first year. Because they actually did that a media release.
yeah, I went to a kid's birthday party last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Gas station selling gas over in Swanee,
Mm-hmm.
95 cents a gallon.
Wow.
I got full tank.
Yeah.
How come?
There's two factors. People are not driving around very much
Yeah.
now, so they're, and then
So they have a lot.
then the new prince or whatever of Saudi Arabia, he just slashed the price of crude.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the combination of the two. Yeah, it's amazing. It's a good time to go out and stock up on ethanol free, put your stable in it, and have some extra gas.
Is that legal to store?
Yeah,
In store electric gas at home?
What, storing gas?
yeah. It's just, you gotta do it right, or else stuff will go bad.
Back in the 70s, when there was a gas shortage, the long lines, and you could only get gas according to your tag number,
Mm-hmm.
odd and even.
Yeah.
Well, my wife's car was an odd number. I had the even number. My motorcycle had an even number. So one day I'd go and get gas. Sometimes I had to go to 2 different gas stations to actually fill up the tank. I drained some of it out. I had 5 55-gallon drums sitting in my garage full of gas. wasn't gonna worry about gas. And I had 25 miles to go to work. So I was able to share a ride to work with one of the guys. He lived a little bit further out than I did. So we'd take turns. He'd come to my house, we'd take my car, or next time I'd jump in his car and we'd go. A lot of times we'd ride a motorcycle. So I didn't worry about gas.
Now, the Colonial Pipeline is the line that supplies this area.
Yeah, that's not right there at Athens, right?
I'm not sure where it goes, but
That's where,
I believe it was in Alabama. They busted the line. And then in the process of repairing it, after they got it up there, like a temporary fix, in the process of making it permanent, they busted it again. So there was this shortage of gas caused by just a ruptured pipe. And I remember that shortage, where the people, I was on the phone with somebody, said, I gotta go.
Well, I
The
tell
truck
you,
came in
the
and
problem,
we got
the problem
gas.
with shortage of gas, they had the oil, but the only problem was the refineries. They didn't have enough refineries to put it out
Yeah,
there.
that was after like a flood or hurricane or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, that can happen.
they
If
should have
you
more
do,
refineries,
if you
that's
store
what I
it-
say.
If you store it,
Yeah.
you buy ethanol free and put stable in it, and it'll last a couple of years. But if you buy the gasoline that you normally buy, it's got about a 3-week shelf life before it starts going bad. After about 6 months, it's not very good at all.
I don't know, I bought gas for the lawnmowers and that, and I had it stored for a year in the shed, as I didn't use it all. It was so good. My machine started right up, no problem.
You probably seal up pretty good.
Huh?
Well, one of the problems with the alcohol, it works great in fuel injected engines because it's all a sealed unit. But the carburetor is open to the atmosphere,
Yeah,
and the alcohol absorbs the moisture out of the air and builds up a layer of water in the bottom of the carburetor and starts
yeah, I've
corroding.
seen that, yeah.
And, of course, I had a carburetor, they said that the outboard motor had been blown off from the dinghy during a hurricane. So it was hit, the motor had been underwater. I took the carburetor apart, and it was a crystalline structure built, and we just filled that carburetor float bowl. And I said, well, like $83 for buying a carburetor. We got the motor running. But, yeah, the alcohol is not good for carbureted motors,
Oh,
especially
nice.
this.
When I first started driving, I was a kid with a part-time job, really didn't always have money for gas. I'd go into the shed, my grandfather always had a stove going, and I'd start using that. When he found out what I was doing, boy, did I catch out. Car ran great! Yeah, using moonshine for fuel. Hey, why not?
Yeah.
It worked.
When Rudolph Diesel came up with a diesel engine, it was so the farmers could grow their own fuel. That was the whole idea of the diesel engine. But the petroleum companies caught on real quick that they could make a fuel. Oh, another reason why the price of fuel's down? Things like the airlines.
yeah.
If they cut out like 40% of their flights, think of how much kerosene they're not burning. So that's going to have an impact. If they use a lot, it's a form of kerosene, highly refined kerosene.
I had a cousin that used to fly for United. He retired from flying 747s. was a big airplane.
Big rascal, yeah.
And he said it took 5,000 gallons to go from the terminal to the liftoff. 5,000 gallons they burned.
Just to get off the ground.
That's a lot of fuel.
Yeah. Yeah, they start cutting back on, I read that at any given time, globally, there's about 1 million people in the air.
Yeah.
So you got airplanes all over the world. Now, if they do something like Operation Curtain Call and do it globally, that's 1 million people that ain't flying.
Well, I found out today, there was an emergency landing with Delta. The pilot got sick, came down with the virus. The co-pilot, who has only been on the job as a co-pilot for 4 weeks, had to land the airplane. So there was no problem landing. He had enough experience about that. Delta grounded all aircraft, all of their aircraft, for the next 4 days.
Whoa.
They grounded all their aircraft for the next 4 days to scrub them all down. And inside and out.
I've been saying that what we have is incremental Operation Curtain Call. And I explained to them what that was, kind of an Operation Curtain Call. Did I explain it to you? Curtain Call being the president tells everyone go home and stay there for 2 weeks. Don't go anywhere. You get caught outside, you're going into quarantine. And it's from a Tom Clancy story. So I think what we're doing is, I can only guess what he's thinking, but he's looking at areas that are problems, he may start shutting down. Like I haven't kept up with the news the last 48 hours, I've been busy with other things. When this all started, I couldn't help but think of Operation Curtain Call. And Hot Zone of Richard Preston, that was mainly, most likely dealt with the Ebola rescue, which is, it was an Ebola that was airborne, but it only affected monkeys. That was an interesting story, it's true. It's true.
Did we run everybody off?
Make a motion, we come out of executive session. Second.
All those in favor? The motion carries.
I make a motion, we adjourn. Second.
Second. All those in favor? The
Who
motion
seconded it?
carries.
All right, then.
Top of that.